From the time we're very young children, many of us grow up hearing a similar warning around the table. And that is, don't sit on the table. It's not just about manners. Our sages teach us that a Jewish table, especially a table where food is shared, is compared to the Mizbeach, the holy altar in the holy temple. Just as the offerings on the altar brought blessings and long life, so too, say our sages, the table of a Jewish home becomes a source of life. When we invite guests, when we feed the poor, when we open our homes and our hearts, our table becomes a place that extends life to others and in return brings long life to us. Chassidus takes this even deeper. Eating, Chassidus explains, isn't just a physical act. It's part of our avodas Hashem, our service for Hashem. When a Jew eats kosher food, makes the proper bracha, and uses that energy to learn Torah or to do mitzvahs, the food itself becomes elevated. It becomes transformed into holiness. This is why the Code of Jewish Law tells us something very fascinating. In the Shulchan Aruch it says, it is the custom to put salt on the table, since the table is likened to the altar, and eating to the sacrifices. And the Torah says, on all your offerings you shall offer salt. Which naturally leads us to the following question. Why must every sacrifice include salt? What's the deeper meaning behind this? The answer comes from a verse in the book of Numbers, where Hashem describes his bond with the Jewish people as a bris melach, an eternal covenant of salt. Salt, the Torah tells us, is the symbol of our everlasting relationship with God. But why salt? What's so special about salt? Rashi explains, because salt never spoils. It doesn't decay. It doesn't break down. It lasts forever. And so does our covenant with God. No matter what the Jewish people go through, no matter our spiritual state, the bond remains unbreakable. And when explored deeper, we find that salt has two additional qualities. Firstly, it preserves. Salted fish or salted meat lasts far longer than fresh. Salt protects. It keeps things from rotting. And secondly, salt adds flavor. It brings out the taste in everything it touches. If you think about it, these three qualities, never spoiling, preserving, and adding flavor, describe something else as well. The Jewish soul. The soul never goes bad. The soul preserves life and meaning. The soul adds depth, purpose, and flavor to everything we do. The body alone is like a piece of fresh meat. It won't last on its own. It's the soul that preserves us, elevates us, and gives our lives their true taste. The soul is our salt. The Alter Rebbe takes this idea even further. He teaches that Kabbalah and Chassidus is the salt of Torah. Just as salt on its own is too strong to eat, Kabbalah on its own can be overwhelming. But when it's sprinkled onto the rest of Torah, onto the Halacha, the Mishnah, the Talmud, it brings everything to life. The revealed parts of Torah are the bread and meat. They are essential, but without the salt, without the inner dimension, without Chassidus, the spiritual meaning, they can feel dry, even bland. Chassidus gives Torah its flavor. It explains the why behind the what. It reveals the soul of every single mitzvah. And just like salt preserves food, Kabbalah preserves Torah observance. When you understand the inner meaning of a mitzvah, it stops feeling like a burden and starts feeling like a privilege. History proves this. Under Soviet oppression, it was only the Jews who studied Chassidus and Kabbalah who held on to their Judaism. The inner fire preserved them. And finally, salt never spoils, and neither does Chassidus and Kabbalah. When someone studies only the legal side of Torah, there's a danger of ego. Look how much I know. But Chassidus focuses on the greatness of the Creator and the smallness of creation. It humbles you. It keeps your Torah fresh and pure. This, explains the Alter Rebbe, is the way we understand the Mishnah, eat bread with salt. Bread is the revealed Torah. Salt is the inner dimensions of Torah. When you add that salt, the Torah becomes as vibrant and alive as it was at Mount Sinai. So the next time you're sitting at your table with salt and food and guests, remember this. It's not just a piece of furniture. It's your personal mizbeach. It's your personal altar. It's a place where physical things become holy, where souls are nourished, and where the eternal covenant of salt continues to flavor our lives with meaning. I wish you a good Shabbos.